Proverbs 21 verse 17 says this: "One who loves pleasure will become a poor person. One who loves wine and oil will not become rich." Now, when you're reading the book of Proverbs, you have to be a little bit careful. You know, Proverbs is not a book full of direct, hard, fast commands from God. Proverbs is more of God letting us know how things work in real life. You know, because God set up the whole world and there's, consequences for actions. And sometimes one situation calls for a certain reaction and another situation calls for another reaction. That's why sometimes it looks like there's contradictions in Proverbs, but they're not. God's just taken into account human nature and the way life really is. And that it teaches us, I think the big thing it might teach us is discretion. We got to decide when we do this, when we do that. God's shown us both sides of the coin. But here in this particular verse, there's many that would look at this and say, oh my gosh, God's a buzzkill. God doesn't want us to have fun. God's a killjoy. And see, here's another misunderstanding of the life as a child of God or as a Christian. You know, it does say that if you love pleasure, you're going to become poor. If you love wine and oil, that's something, really, expensive and all, you're not going to become rich. But we have to be careful that we don't miss that word love. That gives us the idea that it's something that we crave, that we make a priority in our life. It's something that we lust after, maybe. It's another way of looking at it. God doesn't tell us we can't ever have fun. We can't enjoy life. In fact, Jesus said he came to give us abundant life. It's not just a getting by. It's not, it's not drudgery, other than just the natural things of life. God wants us to enjoy our lives. In fact, one of the best ways to enjoy your life, to be satisfied, to be content, is to be obedient, is to follow God, is to do things His way. Because when you do that, you have that relationship with Him. We need to make our relationship with God a priority in doing things His way, following His plan for life. Because when we do that, we will enjoy life. We may not be doing the so-called fun things that some people do, but we will enjoy life. There will be a satisfaction and a contentment. And that's all we need. That's what we want.